Tight series so far. 3 games in, Red Sox have won all 3, all by 1 run. Angels, in fact, in the 14-game losing streak, 7 of the losses have been by 1 run. They've had leads in 6 of them. Shohei Ohtani is on the hill, Gooby, and looking to end this streak right here and right now.
He's the perfect guy to have on the mound tonight. His energy and the stuff he brings out. My go-tos for Shohei Ohtani to continue his success against the Red Sox is stay on top of his slider. When he's on top of the baseball, that downward action on his sliders, he will get a lot of swing and misses with that pitch and stay ahead throughout. When you look at the numbers for Shohei Ohtani, when he's 0-1 to start the count, this 184 batting average, 1-0, 257 against Shohei Ohtani. So work ahead throughout the entire game.
10th start of the season for Shohei. 5th at home. Here is the order he will be facing for Boston. Christian Arroyo, Rafael Devers is back in there. JD Martinez DHing, Alex Verdugo in left. Christian Vasquez is the catcher. Franchi Cordero in right. Jackie Bradley Jr. in center field. Hitting 8th is Bobby Dahlbeck. And Jonathan Arauz is the shortstop. It's an off day for one Xander Bogaerts, also for Trevor Story. Defense, Halos, left to right, Dylan Thomas making his first start as an Angel here tonight. Juan Lagares in center, Joe Adell is in right, the infield. From left to right is Jack Mayfield, Andrew Velasquez, Tyler Wade, Jared Walsh at first. Doing the catching for Shohei is Max Stassi.
Dylan Thomas making his first start out in left field as a Halo 5 career games. You look at 624 games in the minor leagues, 43 outfield assists. Pretty solid throwing arm for Dylan Thomas.
Thomas is a nice young man, 11 years in the minors. And he gets a chance here tonight to show what he has. He's hitting very well at AAA Salt Lake. 8 homers, hitting nearly 300 was Thomas. But first things first, take care of the top half of the first. And Christian Arroyo leading off. That popped up. Squid going back. Coming in. It is Dylan Thomas.
It's almost mandatory he has to do that first one. That was a good setup, too, by Squid going back as if he was going to make the play, but Dylan Thomas called him off. Good idea to get out of his way.
Yeah, a good conversation between the two of them. You know, Squid started in Salt Lake, so he's played with Dylan, and, of course, in spring training. Thomas played 4 games last year with the Mariners. So here's a great matchup. Ohtani versus Rafael Devers. 1 away here on just another perfect night for baseball, Gooby. Gorgeous. It was fun getting out there with those fans, too.
Oh, that was so much fun. This is going to be a great matchup.
How about the velo right
99.
off the top?
His average exit velocity this season is 93.9 miles per hour. So 99 for Shohei. Exit velocity for Devers at 93.9. This is fun. This is what baseball is all about.
The split is filthy right there, 0-2.
That's a great sign when you see Shohei Ohtani able to have a good feel and command with a split. Look how far that baseball dropped. That was belt high and ends up in the dirt.
We were out there for our open, watching Shohei Ohtani warm up in the bullpen. We saw a look in his eye. This is the man you need on the hill to stop the skid. 1-2.
You see that 90 and then 91 with his splitter. Average velocity on his splitter this season has been 89.5 as compared to last year was 88.2. So a little harder, firmer splitter. Less thrown, but harder this season.
The 1-2. Got him. Great start right there. Strikeout number 1 for Shohei.
Not easy to strike out Devers, and he got him with a splitter. He went splitter, splitter, splitter. Wow. You talk about some movement. And Devers, he looked back and go, where did that go? See him follow through in the swing, and he looks back and like, that started on the outside part of the plate and it ends up in the right-handed batter's box.
5 starts ago for Shohei, May 5th in Boston, was one of the best starts of his career.
He threw 82% of his pitches were strikes that day.
Here's JD Martinez with 2 down, top of the first. Ohtani ahead of Martinez, 0-1.
When you look at numbers versus Shohei, a lot of hitters will swing at the first pitch. They feel that's their best shot. 471, 8 for 17 on the first pitch. Slug about 706. But you figure that's the one pitch you have a shot. Maybe he throws a fastball, maybe throws a get-over curveball. But once he gets ahead of the count, you're in trouble as a hitter.
Throwing gas early in this game. 0-1, now 0-2. Oh, a little slide piece.
So 99 followed by a slider at 87. On top of the baseball, downward action. Perfect spot.
He's been working ahead of these first 3 Red Sox hitters. Little shake off. What does he go to here, Gooby?
I think he's going to go with that slider again.
The 0-2. Fastball misses, but not by much.
Different arm angle. He dropped that elbow enough that he was going to get more cutter action to it, even though it wasn't a cutter, but more movement on his four-seamer. Both these pitchers have good four-seamers. They've had a little bit better success with his four-seamer. Shohei throws it harder.
Here's the 1-2.
It's good to see Shohei get that first bat of the game. Remember his last 2 starts, he's had a really long at bat against the leadoff hitter, Springer, and then Carpenter in New York, and both result in a long ball against him.
See if he can get a quick first inning here. There's a ground ball. Jack Mayfield at the hot corner, throws across, gets JD Martinez. A 1-2-3 first inning for Ohtani, and he'll be hitting second. And the starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani, who looked great in the first. Max Stassi hitting third. Cleanup is Jared Walsh, followed by Joe Adell. Dylan Thomas making his Angels debut. Jack Mayfield, Tyler Wade, and Squid. Andy Velasquez will be hitting ninth. Still no Mike Trout. Not available. Don't tell that to Alex Cora. Nick Pivetta, though, has been very, very good, Gooby, for the Red Sox.
He's had a lot of success with his fastballs. My go-tos to have success against him tonight, though, is you really got to be powering his all-speed pitches and bring his fastball down in the strike zone. We'll get a bit better video of that going forward, but his fastball and his numbers with his fastball are outstanding, so secondary pitches important to square up.
First pitch driven by Lagares, hit well, going back on it is Bradley, and he makes the catch. Unreal, this guy.
He literally goes after a baseball like we talk about Anthony Rendon with no pulse. He is always under control. Off the bat, I said, that's got a good shot of getting out. And then as he's going back, I said, that's gone.
Yeah.
And he casually gets back to the wall. His strides are great. He reminds me so much of Devon White in his days with the Angels in Toronto. I mean, this gets back so effortlessly and makes a play.
Looked like Jerry Rice just running a little corner post.
I tell you what, if you're a hitter, you're not real happy with that because he squared that baseball up and he's, I got it. No problem.
Here's Shohei. First pitch, looking to do damage. And that looked like a hit off the bat all the way. We're getting word 82% hit probability. And
so many last night that the Angels hit. You just got to stay with that swing. So you just have to. Eventually these are going to fall in. It's amazing. Shohei knows exactly when the baseball is going to be fouled to warn everybody.
Yeah, he's exactly right. As soon as he hits it, he's trying to warn the fans in left field. And it's a good thing there's a netting down the left field, right field lines. That is important.
So far, Shohei's done a nice job of bringing his hands up and making contact with Pivetta's fastball. 92, 96 range, throws 51% or so of fastballs with curveball, slider, and an occasional changeup. It's pitch that has been hit very hard this year. And that's the pitch that Shohei's been throwing a lot, is his changeup.
The 0-2.
So you wonder if he'll throw that, because Shohei's had some troubles with a changeup, although he did have that one. He got up, stayed through the baseball left center a couple nights ago. But it's been a pitch he has struggled with. The vet has really struggled with his changeup.
Swing and a miss. Ohtani strikes out. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Went back to that knuckle curve pitch before, missed way up, and this one he got down.
Pretty good spin on that, about 28%. And also it's 27.1% whiff percentage. That's a 22nd strikeouts with his curveball. He sets the target up high. That's where he wants it to start, and then it drops. That's where he wants to initiate the break on his curveball. The arc, the initial one.
Max Stassi, first pitch swinging, hits that one well. Bradley's not going to be able to get to that one. It goes to the wall, and that's a 2-out double for Max Stassi.
And so now you got a man in scoring position right away. Max Stassi loves that first pitch. He is now 11 for 17 on the first pitch when he puts it in play. Well over 600.
5th double on the year for the Angels catcher. First baseman Jared Walsh now, 2 down. Runner in scoring position. Can the Halos get that big knock early in this game? Angels have been aggressive on Pivetta, attacking. 6 swings, 8 pitches. Fastball's in there. Walsh 0 for 2 in his career versus Pivetta.
35% of the time on a 1-1 count he'll throw a curveball, because I know Jared Walsh would love that exact same fastball at 93 in that spot. Let's see a curveball.
Pivetta 5-0 in his last 5 starts. That one's driven, but foul.
And my go-to is to have success here. To back this one up, what you try to do is power his all-speed pitches. He's got an OPS of 11-11. So they've been hitting his all-speed pitches very well and bring his fastball down in his zone. He's already trying to establish his fastball up. That's where he gets his swings. Bring it down. That's when you have a better chance of making contact, because it is a very good pitch. 167 batting average with 24 strikeouts versus his fastball, most of them elevated.
Ahead of Walsh 1-2. That one misses 2-2. This Angels team has not been hanging their head despite the losing streak. Continue to work. Phil Nevin continues to communicate with everybody, including his star center fielder Mike Trout. Two in there, got Walsh looking, and he knew it. That knuckle curve again drops in there. That ends the first. We're scoreless. And you go back to May 5th, 29 swings and misses, and we continue to bring it up about how 19 of those were in the strike zone.
He had everything working that day, where between his four-seam fastball with excellent velocity, but he also had a great slider and a good splitter work. And take a look at our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud, where he got those swing and misses and where the spots were. The four-seam fastball, 10 of them with his four-seam fastball, slider with 10, and an excellent slider that day, 5 with his splitter, 4 with his curveball. And the majority of especially the all-speed between the split and the curve lower part of the zone, a lot of swing and misses, four-seam fastball upstairs.
So impressive, that game. Leads us right to our Kia player profile on number 17, Shohei Ohtani. Most swings and misses in a game by an Angels pitcher since 2009. Sandoval 32, then it's Ohtani. Done it twice. Weaver, Shoemaker, and Shohei Ohtani on the list again. Shout out to the Weave and Cuckoo. That was driven. Not able to get there as Lagares Verdugo is going to stroll into second. Lead off double here in the second inning.
Yeah, that was a four-seam fastball, and he stayed with it. Hit that one well. Shohei provided a lot of that velocity. At 98 is exit velocity on this one, over 105. Stayed down, tracked it well, left center. Saw that quite a bit in the series, where a leadoff double by a Red Sox leadoff batter in general. Shohei Ohtani, really, really good with runners in scoring position. But it's a tough batter here, because he's all about the team concept, where he's going to try to hit the ball to the right side of the field. Christian Vasquez.
Yeah, let's see. We've seen Vasquez do it in this series. Will he be looking to just hit a ground ball to the right side and get a productive out? Caught a lot of the plate. 0-1. Those 29 swings and misses with 19 in the zone. You had, I believe, 14 strikeouts for the Royals, team record at the time. How many of those were in the zone, do you think?
Probably about 2 or 3, I would imagine. I had a lot of people, a lot of those players for the Twins that day swinging at sliders well out of the strike zone. A lot.
It's almost unheard of to have 19 swing and misses in the zone.
That's a pretty good indication how good your stuff is to be able to do that.
No swing and misses on pitches in the strike zone since 2019. Lopez, Giolito, Shohei Ohtani, and Rodon.
Back to Giolito, a lot of those are those upper zone changeups he gets swing and misses at.
McClanahan might have had numbers like that this afternoon. Maybe not that good, but Tampa beat St. Louis. That game took under 2 hours. But he is the real deal.
That's a tight slider, just overthrown just enough where you couldn't get the swing from Vasquez, but he thought about it. That started off the plate, and he still almost got him to swing at it. And that was well out of the strike zone.
Working with pitch calm with Stassi. Trying to pick up the call in that little microphone that is tucked away inside the bill of the cap. Gives you the pitch and the location. This ground ball, that's going to be a productive out.
He's so good at that. He's going to get so many high fives when he gets into that dugout, because when you're facing Shohei Ohtani making contact, you generally get a high five. But he did his job. A good baseball at bat, advancing the runner. He's the one guy you didn't want up there in that spot, because he's really good at making contact that way. But that's something on the Angels side when you're looking at that dugout while you're in the field. That's the process you have to have and think about with a man that's second and no outs.
It's been costly for the Halos. They have not been able to execute in those situations during this losing streak. We saw it versus the Red Sox 2 games ago. Franchi Cordero now, 1 out, runner at third.
Infield in, too. With the offense struggling, you have to take that shot.
Well, 2 of the 3 games, Boston won 1-0. First game of the series and last night. The 0-1 to Cordero. Are you thinking strikeout in a situation like this?
Especially when you have stuff like Shohei Ohtani coming in. He's averaging well over a strikeout per innings pitched. Now, a sinker ball pitcher like a Syndergaard or even Lorenzen, they're thinking, okay, get the ground ball, soft contact where your infielders are set up, so you have to pitch to your defense. That means on the inner half of the plate.
Oh, watch out for the bat. Play at the plate. He is out. Squid goes home. But Ohtani is holding his right hand. The bat that was shattered might have caught a piece of him. It was went right by his face. So dangerous.
I'll tell you what, that's an incredible play by Max Stassi.
Yeah, short
Squid
hop.
came in. That's a tough hop. That is an extremely tough hop. As good as this play was, Vasquez off balance. That is a great pick. And clearly they get him at the plate on the tag just before the foot's on home plate. You can see right there, great view. It's a good call at the plate. Wow, what a play that was.
Yeah, Charlie Ramos.
Yeah, he was excellent. He was right there with a perfect view. Textbook as far as an umpire getting in position to be able to make the right call. Charlie Ramos did a nice job on that one. Because that was a bang-bang play, but what a play by Stassi.
Yeah, great play. Huge out. And a sigh of relief from Shohei.
And I definitely thought Bradley was going to swing at the first pitch. The reason why is because Shohei's still, your heart's still beating. As that baseball bat comes flying back at you. And trust me, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it was, just to the eye, it was so close. Missed him, and he got the out. It's 0-1 here to Bradley. Now 0-2. So just another look. It was just a crazy play all around.
I mean, that bat was flying up the middle. He said, dismissed me by that much. He went a little matrix and got out of the way. Shohei.
Great look there by our crew. Wow.
You say Shohei and Bo Jackson, all those things. Shohei knows how to get out of the way of a broken bat now, too.
Still got to make it work so Bo knows Show. Get on it. Oh, he got him. How about it? Leadoff double. Great play by Squid, and another strikeout for Showtime.
Well, if you were wondering why Nickelback was trending during the Halos game last night, it wasn't because one of their highly anticipated new albums was dropping. It was because all of the Halos were walking out to a different Nickelback song, their version of a Slump Buster. It was a lot of fun on social media. And how about this? Nickelback getting in on the fun as well, tweeting at the Angels. Take it one shift at a time, play a solid 60 minutes. A lot of hockey references in there, Patrick. You get it.
Yeah.
I guess, Gooby, another reason to love Nickelback.
Yes, I agree. I don't understand where there's people that's not liking Nickelback.
It's a Canadian team, and I think there was a nice ball hit by Adele. That one is going to get to the wall, and now the Angels have a leadoff double.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching him today, he was out doing some early work in the outfield, Damon Mayshore, and also swinging the bat. He was into this game today, and he's into this swing right away. Joe Adele, fastball above the belt, and he crushed it. Great job of bringing the hands in and lining that ball left center.
So that's going to bring up Dylan Thomas in his first AB as an Angel. Just his 5th career game. 29 years old, from Houston, Texas, 4th round pick of the Nats back in 2011. And he gets hit on the first pitch. How about it?
How does it work on your on-base percentage?
His wife and daughter, wife Victoria, daughter Jade, she's 5 years old. Wife is a school teacher, elementary school teacher. They flew in to see this, and I'm sure little Jade's probably worried about Papa, but he's doing just fine at first base. So now first and second, nobody out for Jack Mayfield.
By the way, that baseball was hit far away by Joe Adele.
Another nickelback.
Yeah, just had to get it in there one time.
Well, a Canadian band, so the tweet was all about hockey. So they're probably watching the Eastern Conference playoffs tonight. Pitcher on the hill from
and this
Victoria,
couple
Pavetta.
Quick conversations too with Phil Nevin about maybe they're thinking of trying to manufacture a run here. Does he square around the bunt here to advance them both into scoring position? Well, that answers their first pitch, but there's still an option. Long look in for Mike Gallego into Phil Nevin. The same thing with Jack Mayfield.
It's confusing now, Gooby. Like there's a whole analytical world, old school. You get these guys over somehow, some way.
I think a lot of times, and a lot of time when you have that spin move, that's by design to see if the batter squares around the bunt. That's all the reason why you do that. That way the whole entire coaching staff on the Red Sox side sees if, and that's why Mayfield, after they spun around, looked like he was going to bump, but that's not necessarily going to be the case. You just do that just to show them that's a possibility and bring those corner infielders in.
1-1. We got a productive at bat on Boston's side. When Vasquez able to advance the runner after the leadoff double to third, and then Ohtani somehow, some way got out of it, no damage.
Back-to-back curveball is a difficult pitch to bunt, so they're still not thinking he's not going to try to bunt here.
Fouls back, he's swinging away. So sometimes the time of the game, this is only the second inning, no score, so maybe swing away here, whereas maybe the book tells you late innings.
I agree with it a lot of times. Let's see if you can put together a big inning, but when you haven't been scoring a lot and you have a pitcher like Shohei Ohtani on the mound, 1 or 2 runs can seem like 5 or 6 runs.
Pavetta deals 1-2, just misses.
That was a pretty good pitch. Pavetta wanted that. He's a high energy guy. Hopefully, after a pitch like that, when you think you made a perfect pitch, you're a little upset, and then you flatten something out over the plate. He's still wondering where that is.
He can't believe it.
So this is the time. You got to be ready if you're Jack Mayfield. You got to believe he's going to overthrow this pitch, whether what he throws.
He goes to the fastball.
Here's our Hyundai key for the game today. Going to Jason Aldean, rock and roll cowboy. I want to see that cowboy hat today. And also some rock and rolling as far as getting on the move for the base runners. Rock and roll, score some runs for Shohei Ohtani tonight.
Just gets a piece. Yesterday it was all nickelback. That's done with. Dylan Thomas, he walked up to Kanye.
Pitch com also, you can see with Pavetta. Imagine they used that pitch com today in that game. It lasted in Tampa, hour and 54 minutes. Tampa and Cardinals.
Hour 54. Good battle here. Jack Mayfield fighting off some good pitches from Pavetta. Wow, that bounces.
Plinko.
Yes. It went all the way down from the middle level almost onto the field. Another good crowd here tonight.
They're just waiting to explode and get excited here for some runs. Remember that worked earlier in the series against Tyler Wade, though. That spin move back. He was able to do that and get him out of third base. He's on deck right now. That was out of the strike zone.
Oh, come on for Pavetta. Let's see how this plays out. Cora's upset. Again, Charlie Ramos calling the balls and strikes.
Well, this is out of the strike zone here.
Yeah.
It's not where he catches it. It's crossing the front of the plate.
Early frustration we haven't seen from a Boston team that's coming in hot.
I'd almost take a shot at going here now, but you got to make sure he's delivering the pitch home.
And he got him that Mayfield strikes out looking, was hoping that wouldn't be called a strike.
Ramos, I think, got both of these pitches right.
Yep, I agree.
Pitch before was up and out of the strike zone. It's not where Vasquez catches the baseball. It's out of the zone. He comes right back at the upper part and catches it. A little bit less of a break because it was a slider as compared to a curveball.
Man, how about just the pinpoint control for Pivetta to go right back to it. We're talking about maybe a half of an inch separating the two pitches. He's got 3 strikeouts, and that knuckle curve is on. Tyler Wade. Pretty good velo there from Pivetta, 95.
Got to get this run home here now.
Lead-off double from Adele. Dylan Thomas in his first game as an Angel. First pitch he saw hit him. Mayfield, lengthy at bat, eventually strikes out looking, and now here's Tyler Wade. Red Sox have won 7 games in a row. Perfect on this road trip.
Boy, if he can just punch that ball to left field, he'll be running for a long time. Verdugo playing towards left center. So a lot of room down that left field line. You throw a high fastball, you just kind of make good contact and get it by Devers at third. Hasn't been easy getting by anything by Devers at third in this series, though.
Alex Cora had a heck of a career as an infielder, 14 seasons. Started with the Dodgers, but then to go to Boston and win a World Series as a player and then take over as a manager. And
remember, he had one of those incredibly long at-bats. I think it resulted in a home run. That was about, what, 17, 18 pitches?
That was memorable for sure. Now that one's driven to right field. Going back on it is Cordero, unable to make the catch. And Adele was going back, and he has to hold up. He was going back to second base. And now the bases are loaded. He does not score. And Dylan Thomas was running right up on him. He recognized it. Oh, that is just a tough break.
Boy, initially I'm just hoping it doesn't jump into the stands because I'm thinking a couple runs are going to be able to score.
Gallego has no choice but to hold him. It's perplexing. It really is. We'll have to wait and find out post-game, Angels Live post-game, to find out exactly what Adele saw on the play. But considering the situation, I mean, that ball was a rocket from Wade. Have to score a run.
That would have been fun watching him running around the bases. Cordero did a nice job of getting that baseball in as quick as possible to hit that lower part of the wall and then checked up right there. A lot of times when you hit that wall, it could carry him around for a while.
So Squid's now up. And we've been better off, of course, if that was just a ground rule double. All right, so bases loaded for Velasquez.
Well, that's where you want to see Velasquez track a baseball. Bottom part of the zone. He's had a tough time laying off that high fastball.
Thomas at second.
Well, he read that one very well himself. He was thinking about trying to go all the way for first to score.
Yep. 1 and 2. Yeah, Thomas was running right up on Adele. It was, I guess from his point of view, he thought he was going to tag up. My best guess. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 1-2 to Squid. Back to that curve.
I was thinking he was going to try a fastball again. I'm just kind of glad he threw a curveball there because you can make contact now to get that at the right part of the arc of the break. Mike Trout looking on, hoping to see some offense and a run or two scored on this swing from Velasquez.
Trout missing his second game in a row with the groin strain. Struck him out. 2 down. Four strikeouts and 2 innings for Nick Pivetta.
That fastball's so good. How big is this at bat now for Juan Lagares, who hit the ball extremely hard the first at bat? Jackie Bradley Jr. ran it down.
Called a strike. So Pivetta with the 4-seamer, where it ranks among starters. The usage 6th highest, and the opponent batting average 7th lowest.
I mean, that's amazing when you look at that 167 batting average versus a fastball in an era where hitters generally hit the fastball hard.
So, and if his secondary stuff is getting hit, you know, so why is the fastball so effective?
Because he goes to the upper quadrants of the strike zone with it, but he also can paint the lower third too. So it's pretty effective and pretty good spin rate on his 4-seamer.
Reaches towards right field. Unbelievable, but the Angels are not going to score in the inning. Pivetta gets out of it to the third. So Adele's obviously frustrated. Phil Nevin stops him to talk to him, right? Dylan Thomas gives him a pat. You know, what do you think's being said in this? I think this is an important moment here for Joe Adele.
And it's a learning experience, too, for him. And Phil Nevin's, okay, that baseball's hit like that, go halfway, all the way down to read it and go around and score. It's, you know, it's one of those things where you learn. He hasn't been playing professional baseball a lot. It was a great swing from him. You think, okay, he's thinking the right way as far as getting back to the base, to tag up if it's going to be a baseball caught. But off the bat, you're thinking, no way it's going to be caught, so you got to be halfway and then come around to score. Mike Trout also came over to say the same thing. So it's a learning experience.
You know how it is.
Going forward, he'll figure it out.
There must have been situations in your career, I certainly can relate, you learn from your mistakes.
Yes, that's the only way you learn. When everything is going good, you don't really learn a whole lot. To be honest with you, as much as you love to be able to be successful every time, you're just not going to be, whether you're in sports or in life. So that's how you learn. And it was great to see Trout come over and do the same thing. Now, this is huge now for Shohei Ohtani and the Angels, because this is where all the momentum's going on the side of the Red Sox. He needs to put up a 0 now more than ever.
In 2 innings, momentum has shifted back and forth. That's the call right there, slider in there. And I think, and I'll put it to bed real quick, I promise, but when something like that happens, considering the 14-game losing streak, it becomes magnified.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the first thing. Phil Nevin says, hey, listen, that's already done with. There's nothing you can do about it now. Just learn from them and get better. And that's all you're thinking about if you're Joe Adele and the Angels. And I'm looking forward to his next at-bat. I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward to his next at-bat already for Joe.
Let's go. All right. Bobby Dahlbeck now. 2-1, top of the third, no score. And that gets past Squid. It's a leadoff base hit for Bobby Dahlbeck here, top of the third.
And Shohei Ohtani's splitter has been very good. Let's take a look at our Frontier Play Sense to see the drop of his splitter. 0-1, 89-mile-an-hour splitter. Rafi Devers unable to make contact, and this one even better at 90 miles an hour. 1-2 splitter that drifts down and away. And his reaction after that, I was looking at, where did that go? It's a great pitch. Dahlbeck has had a really good series swinging the bat for the Red Sox. I think that's his 4th hit.
All right, so this is Jonathan Arauz, 0 for 7 on the season. Known for his glove. Xander Bogaerts getting a day. A bit of a balky shoulder for Bogaerts. Back-to-back innings with the leadoff base runner against Shohei Ohtani. Arauz from Panama, 23 years old. Signed when he was 16 years old.
Arauz was going to try to bunt. Still think he might try that. First pitch he was squaring around. Shook off a splitter. On a breaking ball now.
That's a good piece of hitting, but foul. Thought that might sneak in there.
Yeah, with the runner going, all he was trying to do was make contact. He's just trying to slap that ball to left field. Shohei looking for the punch out. Very difficult to steal a base against Shohei. Your best opportunity would be a hit and run put on, and that's exactly what Alex Cora did. Shohei's allowed just 3 stolen bases in 7 attempts in his career.
Not his A move there.
That might have been his maybe his E or even his G move over there.
Something low on the on the eye chart.
But the thing is, when you go to throw, you have to throw it over to first base. Although if you step off, you don't have to. But you have to throw over the first base, even if it means a lob throw. One, two.
That's a little tapper. It's going to be a tough play for Mayfield. Comes over and wow, what a play! Arauz getting down the line. Captain Jack gets him at first.
Well, his mindset was just trying to make contact, and it's not easy to make contact against Ohtani. Just gets him by a stride.
Got the runner over. Christian Arroyo. Runner in scoring position again. Pitch com now in effect.
Arroyo's 3 for 13 when putting the first pitch in play.
And he's putting the first pitch in play. Going back is Lagares, and he makes the catch. So we talk about it, was it the A pickoff move for Shohei Ohtani, but he just kind of wants to let Dahlbeck know. You remember Meet the Parents? Yeah. Robert De Niro. It's like,
I see you.
I'm watching you. It's Rafael Devers, 2 down. Here in the third, no score.
That baseball foul and hit him in the back. With J.D. Martinez behind him, enters an open base. Lefties that pitch Shohei much better than right-handed batters. Even though as good as J.D. Martinez is, I would not give in from Shohei. I would make Devers swing at something well off the plate. 284 for lefties, 196 for righties.
Well, swing and a miss, 0-2.
Splitter.
Let's take a look at our stats with Lowe's. We've already seen a double in the game for the Red Sox by Verdugo. Red Sox doubles leaders, AL ranks. Devers first, Martinez second, Kike's third, Bogart sixth, Bradley Jr. seventh. And they lead MLB with 144. Look how far back Atlanta is, 114. Ohtani looking to take care of business here in the third. 1-2.
By the way, don't look now, but the defending champs have righted their ship. The Braves. They are now 4 games over 500. So that's the things you think of for the Angels. They start off really slow, and they've caught fire. And that's what you think with Shohei Ohtani on the mound today. Get some momentum going as the Mets come into town this weekend.
We know the probables for the Angels for the Mets series. It's TBD tomorrow, and then Lorenzen and Sandoval. And Jonathan Diaz was scratched from his start today with Salt Lake. Put 2 and 2 together. Possibly we'll see Diaz in the opener. The 1-2, foul back.
Oh, that got in the dugout quick by the dugout.
We heard Ohtani screaming.
So we'll close to Ray Montgomery, I thought. That's a 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
And there's been some close calls in this game. There's that netting now.
Yes.
And you brought up, back in your day, there was no netting.
No,
there.
believe me.
No, just take a bite at it. Dahlbeck at second base in scoring position. It gets away. Dahlbeck's going to advance to third base. He's now 90 feet away. 2 down. Got to be careful now.
That's the 7th wild pitch this year for Shohei. Splitter. Stassi did everything right on that one. Kept the glove down. Shoulders were squared. But that spin on the splitter hits the dirt and hit the chest protector and kicked away from him instead of going straight down. But he did everything you can as a catcher.
Wild pitch, advances Dahlbeck. Two down, and the 2-2 to Devers. And he got him.
101?
Wait a second.
Is that a freeway to 101?
Oh. And they're loving it here at the Big A. Yeah, I'll drink to that. Gas gets some. With a strikeout, he's now leading off here in the bottom of the third inning. We'll show you our bounty quick stats. And the key, Gooby, for Shohei is to get ahead of the hitter as a pitcher and to get ahead of the pitcher as a hitter.
Yeah, look at those numbers. OPS of 1886 when he's ahead in a hitter's count. Let's compare when he's working ahead as a pitcher. You're in trouble. You're in big-time trouble. But that fastball to Devers, wow, 101 miles per hour.
He started this game feeling it. 99 miles per hour, and like his first pitch of the game.
Well, I remember that last time when he went in an inning. I think it was the White Sox's first start of the year last year. He threw a pitch about 101, then he hit one about 115 miles per hour exit velocity. See if Showtime could do it again.
1-1, that's fouled away. Have you noticed anything, maybe Shohei as a hitter, and you have that eagle eye as the former pitcher, maybe pressing at the plate during this losing streak? 9 for 47 coming into this game.
I think part of it is he's trying to do a little bit too much. If he gets back to when we had that one really good stretch, it started at home when he hit outside. You remember that time he hit outside and used a big part of the field? He just let his hands do the damage.
He strikes out.
He's trying to generate power himself. And that was a changeup, a pitch that has been hit very hard against Pivetta this year. But that's a changeup that hasn't been a pitch that he hits real well, Shohei. That split finger changeup, perfect spot, 88. Second time Shohei has struck out tonight. It's like he struck out Devers twice in that number 2 hole.
When he throws that split finger change, what does it look like to the hitter?
Well, it doesn't have a lot of spin at all. Just like Shohei's split, it doesn't have a lot of spin to it.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have a lot as compared to your breaking ball or even your fastball.
This guy's really good. Pivetta. 0-2 here to Stassi. 2 uncomfortable swings. Now, I mentioned he's won his last 5 starts. Has Pivetta. They have a really good pitching staff. They've won 7 in a row. They're in the wild card position, but his ERA over the last 5, 1.32 and a 0.73 whip.
Since moving over the Red Sox, he's been a much more effective pitcher.
Right down the middle, and he got him on 3 pitches, back-to-back strikeouts. All right, so we're talking about those pitches and break it down, the difference in these spin rates.
And between the splitter and the split finger changeup for Pivetta, there's much less as far as the spin rate. Both of them below average as far as spin rates on these pitches. The bottom, when you want to have the least amount of movement because you just have it, it drops down in the zone. You see the grip with the horseshoe in the seams, and it just fades down and away.
That's Ohtani's, yeah. And we'll show you Pivetta's in just a minute. That's Jared Walsh now, the batter. That's looking to drift foul, and it does.
And here's Nick Pivetta's change-up too. It's the same thing. It's a little bit more so. He has the one finger on the seam. It's not a true splitter, but it's split your fingers up because there's so many different grips for a change-up you can throw. And his will have that downward action. And it's the bottom. You want to have the least amount of spin for an effective one because hitters are trying to read spin, and that one is not a lot to it. Then the bottom drops out. That's why you get a lot of chases.
He's ahead of Jared Walsh now, 0-2.
Already in this game, 6 strikeouts for Pivetta, and he's not a big strikeout guy. 58 strikeouts and 61 2/3, so solid but not averaging a strikeout per inning. Since joining the Red Sox, well above 500 as far as career, well below with the Phillies.
That's a little tapper. Pivetta all over it, takes it himself. And Pivetta is on his game, no score. Most strikeouts by pitchers first, 44 starts with the Angels, second only to the Ryan Express, Nolan Ryan.
And there's some big-time names there with Bill Singer, Andy Messersmith, Shohei Ohtani just behind the Express.
I'm sitting next to a man, Mark Gubaza, who matched up against Nolan Ryan.
And I was almost more of a fan. I was just watching him and going, wow, this dude is incredible.
That's how I feel just working here with you. JD Martinez. Shohei Ohtani. First pitch in there. We got another pitching duel here. Got 2 1-0 games. Offense scuffling for the Halos. They had an opportunity earlier in this game. It's going to be up to Shohei to keep Boston's bats in check.
That's a pretty good pitch. A little bit off the plate. Faced 12 batters so far, Patrick, in this game. 9 times he's thrown a first pitch strike.
9 times. I think this is the best we've seen him since that Boston start. Is that fair to, fair to say? And when he's on, like we've seen in Boston, we saw in Houston, it's phenomenal stuff. Martinez lifts it, right field. Some oohs and ahs from the crowd, but Adele is there. We have 1 down, and we'll give you a quick word from Bank of America. Alex Verdugo now with 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Okay, so he's got it going on in the month of June. A lot of these Red Sox hitters do. Offensively, even though they've been held in check, 2 of the 3 games have one of the best offenses in the American League. We got another close one here at the Big A, of course. What's the cutter there?
threw a few of those the last time out. Remember, he had a pretty good fastball. He wanted to make aware of another fastball type pitch, but this one has more break to it because that way he won't be on his fastball if it's downstairs. Oh, that's why he wasn't on that fastball. Well, then again, it was also 99 miles an hour. But the word we always describe Shohei as creative.
Yes.
With his different pitches he'll throw in different counts where you could sit on a spot, think a pitch is coming, and then he'll throw just the opposite you're looking for.
The 1-1. So now it's 1-2.
So cutter, four-seamer, slider.
Yeah. Splitter. Coming.
Got to be it.
You're right. He is so creative, but when he's throwing that heater, he's touching 100. Everybody loves that, and it's free and easy tonight. The 1-2.
There it was. He just kind of pulled it a little bit. He knows that.
Yep.
You see by his reaction with his glove. When he moves, he catches it with his glove, moves his glove. He goes, all right, I know what I did wrong. He's going right back to it.
He loves this stage. He loves that mound. Pitches extremely well here at the Big A. Big time stakes here for this team. So the count is full. 99, a bit inside.
And that had some cut action to it. You'll try everything. A lot of times you think, okay, with 2 strikes, I'm all right if I get hit. Not that pitch. You're not real good about it. You're not feeling good about being able to get down the first base if you get hit with that one.
So now you show that way inside. What's the best pitch? 3-2 now.
Whatever you're most comfortable throwing as a pitcher, and a lot of times that'll be a secondary one.
And that's lifted. Right field. Verdugo slams his bat down in frustration.
He did get a pretty good pitch to hit there. Shohei understands that too. He was just the 99-mile-an-hour fastball off the plate threw his timing off just enough, because look where this pitch is thrown. A lot of times you don't get that baseball back.
Yeah, he knew it. That was happy zone for Alex.
But I'm telling you, if you pitch inside effectively, and that doesn't mean you hit people. I mean, you pitch inside effectively, you'll get away with a hanging break ball like that.
So now 2 down. Christian Vasquez steps in. First pitch swinging. Velasquez has it, and he throws on the money. So we got 4 scoreless from Shohei Ohtani on a beautiful night at the stadium. It's at 6:30 p.m. The first 25,000 fans will receive a golf rope hat, courtesy of U Theory Turmeric. For more on this season's giveaways, visit angels.com/promotions. Well, you get Boston, and then you get the New York Mets in, and this is an insane homestand.
Yes.
Star power. Mets are really good. This guy has been great tonight, Nick Pivetta.
Good to see, though, the Padres kind of cooled them down a little bit down in San Diego. I think they have an off day here today.
The Padres have a great pitching staff.
Yeah.
You wanted to see Joe Adell. You were looking forward to the next at-bat. Here it is. Doubled in his first time out. Looking to get through. It does. It gets past the young shortstop.
It's going to be a base hit. He knows he's going to have to backhand and get up quickly because Joe Adell gets down the line. He's got elite speed going down the line.
Yeah, elite. That would have been a very difficult throw for Abreu.
Yeah, you got to pick that and bounce back up and throw it. There's no way. Once you get to that outfield grass, it's an infield hit. It's good to see that for Joe Adell. He knows what he did that last time he was on the bases at second.
So a double and a single for Adell. Now here is Dylan Thomas. Hit by a pitch his first time up. His first game as an Angel. That's a good take. At 8 home runs at Salt Lake. Spoke to him yesterday. For him, it's just seeing his pitch.
He had some good swings. We saw him in a number of games in spring training. He's got a good level swing. That's above the strike zone.
Yeah, sure is.
I think it went back to Pivetta when he said something to him earlier.
So there's Dylan's wife, Victoria, 5-year-old daughter, Jade. They were supposed to join Dylan on the upcoming Salt Lake road trip with the Bees, but Dylan got called up, so instead they showed up here at Angel Stadium.
Great moment. That's a great picture.
Yeah, she's an elementary school teacher back in Houston. And school just got out, and they're here to see. Unfortunately, they saw a call go against Dylan. That one's in there, and it's 1-2.
Well, now you can see why Pivetta's fastball is so good. He's lower third, all 4 quadrants. He hits its spots. It's not 100. It's 93, 94, even up to 96, but he hits his spots very well with it.
Just stays alive.
Playing a little soccer now.
Dylan always has that headband working.
As you can tell, Pivetta's not easy to steal against either. He holds the baseball well. He's only allowed 3 stolen bases in 6 attempts. He's got 2 career pickoffs.
With that elite speed we talk about with Joe Adell, how does that translate for him stealing?
It's reading the pitchers.
Yeah, that
you
takes
could be
time.
the fastest runner in the game, but you got to be able to read pitchers. And you also know counts and expect certain pitches to be thrown, potential curveballs, and that's when you go.
The 1-2 in there. Another strikeout for Pivetta. That's 7.
And a common theme. That's the 4th called 3rd strike look in here.
That was an issue for the Halos a couple of weeks ago.
This paints that 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and it was in the strike zone.
Pivetta struck out 13. That's his career high. He's won his last 5 straight decisions. There's Jack Mayfield, 1 out, 1 on.
Boy, he holds the baseball a long time. It's tough to get a read as a base runner. Even the very best of them, even Ricky Henderson, the best of all time, or the greatest of all time, he would say, that's if you held the baseball, he wouldn't even attempt to go.
I just don't see how it, like when you get a pitch clock up here at the bigs, and he's trying to, and a pitcher, you know, like yourself, you're on the hill, you're trying to hold the baseball to prevent the guy from stealing, but you have to throw, you're up against the clock, and it's going to be a whole different game.
It's slightly different, though, especially with runners on base, and they might even limit how many times you could throw the first base. It's a potential conversation we've heard. Let's take a look at the 4-seam comparison between Shohei Ohtani and Nick Pivetta. Our StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. The average fastball velocity for Shohei Ohtani with his 4-seamer at 97.1, 93.1, a separation of 2 feet. But you look at the usage and how effective 4-seamer has been, and whiff percentage very similar between Shohei and Pivetta.
Adell was on the move. He's going to have to get back. Cordero is there. Adell does get back. 2 down. Let's keep this going, this conversation on the 4-seam fastball.
And even comparison. On the when you look at the spin rate, the difference between a higher spin rate, that's why you're seeing a little bit more as far as the swing and miss. And the horizontal vertical break between the 2 4-seamers. So the vertical break, that means Shohei's has a little bit more of a downward action horizontal move, and that means it's going to fade away from the big part of the bat on the right-hander. I should say it's going to go in on him and then fade away towards the end of the bat on right-handed. So more of that horizontal break for Pivetta's 4-seamer. Doesn't compare to Shohei's, will drop a little bit more.
Lorenzen has more of the horizontal break on his 4-seamer, right?
Yeah, Lorenzen has, but his 2-seamer and Syndergaarders have some nasty, but they're both because they have more horizontal. You're exactly right.
On the four-seamer, am I thinking of the two-seamer?
No, the four-seamer has that more of a, that run, flat, plane action. The sinker obviously will have that vertical drop to it.
Lorenzen will pitch Saturday again. Adele on the move. It's fouled back, so he's getting his steps in. Syndergaard is going to pitch Tuesday against the Dodgers, up in LA. So that's just to give him a little extra rest, is what Phil Nevin told us here this afternoon. Yeah. So, and again, tomorrow is a TBD.
Yep.
And expecting maybe that's going to be Jonathan Diaz, who had his start scratched.
And you go back to, you mentioned Lorenzen, and he's got 35% more horizontal movement on his four-seamer than the average pitcher. So you're exactly right on that one, Patio.
2 down, the 0-2.
I like that, what he's trying to do. Just trying to make contact. When it's up and away, you have a chance as a hitter. Down and away, it's tough to punch that ball the other way.
Tyler Wade had that single in the second. Held to a single despite getting over the head of Cordero in right field. Adele could only advance to third. Pivetta got out of it.
Change up again. He's thrown a couple change ups, been pretty effective, although hitters have hit that change up very well this season. To a 444 mark, although he hasn't given up a home run with it. 1 strikeout. And we got a strikeout with Shohei Ohtani on the changeup, so 2 strikeouts on the season with his changeup.
The 1-2, and that's another strikeout for Pivetta. He has 8 Ks in 4 innings. We remain scoreless.
Tonight, 6 with his four-seam fastball, 3 with his slider, and 3 with his splitter. That splitter has been so effective well off the strike zone, but also the four-seam fastball. He's touched 101 miles per hour. A little different as far as how he's approaching the Red Sox in this, as far as four-seam percentage, down about 5%. Slider down also, but he's had a much better feel for a splitter. Double the amount of splitters in this game as compared to last time out there. A few less curveballs so far for the creative one.
The creative one, like it, Gooby. The thing that's interesting, I find with Shohei, if the split, and last year, right, it was so dominant, it was one of the best pitches for any pitcher in baseball, but this year it's been less consistent, and then suddenly it reappears tonight. So I'm sure you've been in those situations. It just seems like a little odd to a layman like myself.
It's a good cutter. Part of it is, Patrick, is a feel for that pitch. Sometimes, whether it didn't really talk about much of a blister early on, but they have that, you try to build that callus on your finger, especially for a splitter. So there was earlier in the season, wasn't as comfortable throwing it, so that's why he threw a lot more sliders. Last game or 2 now, his splitter's been more effective.
Got it. You got to build up the callus.
Yep.
I mean, last year, only 2 extra base hits, but this year, 2 homers, 4 extra base hits. This is only game 58. Make that 59 for the Angels, 58 for the Boston Red Sox, who are now 3 games over 500.
And that last time up, Shohei shattered the bat of Franchi Cordero. That bat went flying by Shohei.
That was that excellent play at the plate by Velasquez, the scoop by Stassi to get Verdugo at the plate. Did he go? Did not, and another leadoff hitter reaches. So walk to Cordero. Catch the Angels action from Jerome's best seat in the house. Sign up for a chance to win at jeromes.com.
Well, that's the first walk this season for Shohei Ohtani against the Red Sox. Had no walks last time out, 11 strikeouts.
We got a righty warming up in Jerome's best seat in the house.
Yeah, he was loosening up. I think he's ready to take over Mike Gallego's job next half inning, sending guys home.
There's Jackie Bradley Jr. First pitch swinging and hit well to left field. Dylan Thomas Gets over there nicely to keep Cordero at second, but now first and second here in the top of the fifth, nobody out.
Not unusual for a hitter to be swinging early against Shohei. Got a fastball 97. That's a really good indication. You see that little vertical drop on his four-seam fastball as compared to the horizontal.
Yeah.
Definitely not a guy that's going to think about bunting. Shohei Ohtani's had 2 double plays turned behind him. Not a big ground ball guy. His 35% ground ball rate.
Bobby Dahlbeck's swing and a miss. Back to the cutter.
And that thing backed up on him.
Numbers down this year for Dahlbeck, but he's been effective in this series.
He's got a base hit, but he's got 49 strikeouts this season coming into this game and 142 with plate appearances.
Oh, Stassi unable to get Cordero. Mishandled the baseball. So now first and third, nobody out. It's a good jump by Cordero.
Yeah, he read that one as secondary lead, and Dahlbeck doesn't have to get out of the way. He forced Stassi to go around him. And that ball, I almost think that's a pass ball there.
Yeah, it is indeed. Pass ball. You definitely want to keep an eye on Bradley. Only has 1 stolen base, but keep the double play in order. You know, Gooby, runs are so hard to come by. You give up the run to get the double play.
And they're playing the infield back. I think Shohei Ohtani's thinking, I got to get a strikeout here.
Okay. That one is hit well. Center field. That's going to be deep enough to score Cordero. So the pass ball is huge. And that's an RBI sac fly for Dahlbeck, 1-0.
And they've done everything well in the series offensively. Getting guys over, getting them in, productive outs. Something that the Angels have not done this entire series or during this stretch.
So
Dahlbeck was just trying to get a ball hit in the air.
Yep.
Now this is definitely a hit and run scenario or straight steal. And especially with that whole left side of the infield wide open, there's definitely an action play here for Alex Cora and the Red Sox.
Lead off, walk, as usual, comes back to bite you. It's Jonathan Arauz. Oh, that one gets away. That's going to be a wild pitch, and now Bradley Jr. is in scoring position. Only 1 out.
That was a little bit of a frustration pitch by Shohei, I think. Overthrew it. He knows the offense has been struggling, and that 1 run looks big.
Considering what we have seen during the losing streak and during this series in particular, yeah, 1 run feels huge. But to us, hopefully not to the Angels hitters. A lot of time left, top of the fifth. It's only Arauz's 6th game this year. That's a ground ball. And Mayfield is there to throw him out, 2 down. Now it's time for the Home Depot getting more done. Starting pitching in this series versus the Boston Red Sox. Look at the innings, earned runs, ERA, no home runs allowed, average 250, risk 235, but that has not been the issue.
Yeah, they've done their job. They've given the team an opportunity to win each game.
Especially games 1 and 3 last night. And Angels had a lead in game 2 of the series. They had a 5-3 lead, let that one get away.
Yeah, Denver's threw the ball very well. It's good to see that bounce back. He's back-to-back games in which he is not allowed to run against the Yankees and the Red Sox. Now just looking to get a little bit longer in the game, some length from him.
Arroyo steps in, 101 off the plate. What's it feel like to just throw 101? Gooby?
I don't know.
Get down there and show me.
Yeah.
Another triple digits for Shohei.
Patio, I remember when I pitched over in Japan in 1988 on the tour of the MLB players versus the All-Stars for Japan. I closed a couple games. I touched 100.
Yeah.
I had no idea where I was throwing. I was just trying to throw as hard as I could. Sparky Anderson was the manager, the late great Hall of Famer. Asked if I could close the game. I said, if you want me to pinch run, I'll do that for you, Sparky.
Oh, that's awesome. So was that gun reading it at the plate, your 100, or at the hand like they do now? Because old school 100 is different from the 100 now.
I'm thinking that's out of the hand right there.
No.
Yes, it is.
He's so humble, ladies and gentlemen.
No, trust me. No. But it still felt pretty good to say I did that.
Oh, that one in there, slider. Now imagine when you were playing catch with Justin Herbert, he was throwing probably what, 90? The football.
Yeah, my thumb was hurting for a few days for that one. Shohei, right now, I'm expecting a magical pitch here now, and I'm thinking he's going to have emotion if he can get through this inning, get a punch out, get his team rally behind him. If he gets through this, it's down 1-0.
Ohtani due up third in the bottom of the 5th. The 2-2 to Arroyo. Ground ball gets past Ohtani, but Wade is there to throw him out. You see that frustration. That was big from Shohei.
Fire up his teammates. He did his job, limit the Red Sox to just 1 run. He's looking for some offense now. Got to get something going here. 2 games already with no runs scored against the Red Sox. Pavetta's a guy with a lot of emotions. He's aggressive on the mound. You got to put some pressure on him here now.
Velasquez first pitch swinging at that knuckle curve. We have seen Pavetta feature here tonight. He's having a conversation with Vasquez, home plate umpire Charlie Ramos. Down back quickly, 0-2. Twice already this season, Pavetta has reached 8 strikeouts. He's tied that tonight, so 3rd time this season. And that's 9. That's a season high. This guy is dealing. Let's give you a quick word from Jack in the Box.
My $5.99 Double Bacon Cheesy Jack Combo with double the bacon and double the cheese. Order on the Jack app today.
All right, give me a game plan. Give me an approach against this guy with Lagares coming up.
I just got to think middle of the field. He hit the ball well the first time up. You can't get in a pull mode against him. Middle of the field. He was on that one. He was thinking line drive right back up the middle.
Yeah, he's got his timing down right now, Lagares.
Especially with a guy that throws a lot of fastballs. The majority of them are going to be out over the plate. So he's providing the power for you. Just think big part of the field, you have a better shot at getting a hit. But he's got his between his slider and knuckle curve working here.
That's the thing that coming into this game, when we're looking at the numbers and the off speed and the average against it, you thought you might have a chance.
That's mainly with his changeup, though. He's got 33 strikeouts with his slider and curveball coming into the game.
He doesn't throw the changeup much.
But he has given up a couple home runs on his curveball, so that means that hanging out over the plate, that's the one you got to be ready for. And they are right there in that picture. There it is.
Yep, looking to flare that one into center, and it drops right in front of Bradley. One out knock for Lagares. That's going to bring up the starting pitcher, Shohei Ohtani.
Break a ball, this stayed upstairs and off the end of the bat. Anytime you see a flare into the outfield, it's always on an elevated pitch. Elevated breaking ball falls in nicely. Shohei Ohtani gets a chance to help himself out now at the plate. Remember, struck out last at bat on a changeup. Beautiful sky working right now. A work of art.
Gorgeous night. No time to take a picture, right? Ohtani's 0 for 2. He has 2 strikeouts tonight, both swinging.
Vasquez loves that back pick, the first base with a left-handed batter up. He was looking down there to see if Lagares had a big secondary lead.
In there, 1-1.
Shohei Ohtani this season has hit 3 home runs. Or career-wise, I should say 3 home runs when he's pitched. It's the best way to get your own run support here.
Help yourself, help the team. Drives that one, hit well. Shohei Ohtani has done it! He's back in the saddle! 2-1 Angels!
Shohei, the home run. 2-run home run, providing the help he needed on a swing the other way, left center. Segoy!
Incredible.
There it is. Rock and roll cowboy. He still got that look. I wouldn't mess with him right now. There he is. I'm still locked in.
Left center field. Pavetta. The Angels have the lead. Here in chance of MVP, Shohei. Now you want to get that heart rate down because he'll be back out on the bump. 0-1 to Stassi. 0-2. I know there have been serious struggles of late, Mark, but put this in perspective right here. This game, this moment, what that man just did, what he's doing on the hill.
And he's trying to will this entire game and give the team every opportunity to win this, both on the mound and at the plate. That's the kind of competitor he is. His balance, well, you talk about a quiet lower half and the lift. Shohei, the emotion going around the bases after the emotions of getting that last out. Joe Adell going, I love this front row seat to this.
That's another strikeout for Pavetta. Stassi goes down. 10 strikeouts for Pavetta. That's going to bring up Jared Walsh. This has been an amazing series with all the different elements to these games. Obviously, it hasn't gone the Halos' way. I get it. You've had big crowds. I mean, crazy baseball games.
I mean, this is the energy watching Shohei Ohtani warm up today down there, the fans by the bullpen. the cameras were going the whole time. He's just warming up to get in the game. It was that much fun to see.
And also to experience, we don't get a chance to walk around the stadium, preparing for the game, what have you, but to interact with some of the fans and the positivity that we have encountered despite 14-game losing streak, to me was refreshing, it was uplifting, and I thought it was just awesome to see.
It was all about, and it still remains all about today. Doesn't matter what happened.
Yep.
All about today.
Ray and 2.
Just looking at that count 3-0, I was wondering if Walshy was going to go. He's just 2 for 2 in his career, 3-0.
A flare left side.
So successful, but doesn't do it a lot. Some hitters are not comfortable swinging 3-0 because they come out of their swing sometimes. They try to hit a home run every time, 3-0. Trouty doesn't do it. Shohei, that game we were in Texas, was the first hit he had on a 3-0 swing. Remember that rocket off the wall in dead center down in Arlington?
Yep. 3-2, that's a strikeout, and that is 11 strikeouts for Nick Pivetta. But what we saw was simply majestic. The starting pitcher just helped himself out. He wants to carry his team to a victory. 2-1 shot for Ohtani, and it's 2-1 Halos. A majestic, gorgeous home run. Give his Angels team a 2-1 lead over Boston, and is pitching a gem as well. And now he has to face the heart of this Red Sox order. Rafael Devers, JD Martinez, Alex Verdugo here in the top of the 6th, Gooby.
That's exactly what I was thinking. That's a big pitch and a big out.
No doubt.
You have all that adrenaline going. You just hit a 2-run home run to give yourself a lead, and you look up, you got Rafi Devers leading off. You're like, wow. And you get a ground ball out on one pitch.
Right to Mayfield. He was the only infielder on the left side. They had the shift on, and he just went a couple steps to his left. Devers is 0 for 3 so far, brings up JD Martinez. Just going back to that top of the 5th inning, just allowing the 1 run for Ohtani, showing the emotion coming off. That was huge to keep it right there, 1-0. And then, what he did, that's storybook stuff. Manageable pitch count here in the 6th, 65.
Remember, we talked about how beautiful the sky was, a work of art. That swing was a work of art and went right up in that beautiful sky on that swing for Shohei.
This beautiful game will give you goosebumps at times. It's kept JD in check. He's 0 for 2.
It's a tight slider. Real good spin to it.
You said it in the open. You saw that look right there. You saw it after the home run. In that dugout. With movement.
It's all about the Benjamins, 100 miles an hour, bringing it. I mean, that's an unhittable spot.
That's that vertical drop on that 4-seamer.
Now you could try that slider in that same plane.
And JD Martinez is just a professional hitter. Is he going to test? He's going to test the arm of Adele, and he is in there with a double. That's that tough corner.
Surprised he went back with another 4-seamer, because that's the type of swing that JD Martinez has. That level swing as a 4-seamer out over the plate. He allows Shohei Ohtani to provide the power, and he just punched it that way. How often have we seen that swing over the years?
Adele does a great job to get over there, not let it get to the wall, but hard slide, and he's in there. So runner in scoring position in Martinez brings up Verdugo with one out here in the top of the sixth. Curveball in there for strike one. That's what Martinez does. I mean, he's a doubles machine. This entire Red Sox club leads all of baseball with doubles. 42 last year, seventh different Boston player to lead in the last 24 years. Huh.
That ballpark is conducive to doubles, part of it. Hard cutter at 93.
Velasquez playing behind Martinez. 1-2.
Splitter.
Oh. It must look like the four seam, and then it just the bottom drops out of it. Pitch comp. I know in the last outing for Ohtani, there was talk of he was tipping his pitches in New York. Wonder what adjustments, perhaps, if any, were made, or if you noticed anything here tonight.
I was trying to see that. I think it was more they were able to see certain pitches he was throwing. Could be different angles, whether it's base runners or coaches. But there's ways to make sure they don't get the pitches you're throwing. You just got to keep them guessing and make them uncomfortable.
You have to pitch effectively inside, if I'm reading between the lines. Whew. You can hear that hit one of our mics.
It's amazing where Shohei, when there's a runner in scoring position, how he goes to that next level as far as everything. All his pitches, next level. I mean, to have that type of motion, you hit a home run to give yourself lead, then you have to deal with this part of the lineup right away.
Yep.
And it's not about necessarily about a number of pitches. It's stressful pitches here for Shohei.
Two and two.
That was similar to the splitter he threw to Devers, his second at bat to get him out.
Three and two.
Just pulling off enough to make that a non-strike and not a chance to get a swing. So this is a big pitch now. And the thing that's so good about Shohei, it's so smart, so creative, that he knows he doesn't necessarily have to attack him with a strike. He's got an open base. He's got a guy on deck who's a contact hitter, but a guy that hits the ball on the ground a lot.
How you just never you've seen him shake it off pitch comp. Oh! Did you get a piece of it? No, struck him out.
The creative one throws a curveball for a strikeout.
He shook off pitch comp until he got the one he liked.
You talk about vertical drop. Where that starts, where it ends. It barely got to the plate, and where it started, it was above the belt.
And 3-2 curveball. Not in the zone.
He had a spin rate of 25.42, above average spin rate on his curveball.
He's really pitching tonight. Two down. Vasquez at the plate, well inside.
Here's a good idea of the drop. This is courtesy of our StatCast 3D. Look how much this baseball drops, where it starts. Wow. I mean, it's nowhere near the strike zone, but out of the hand, it looks like it's belt high, and you have to commit to that because he throws so hard. You're dealing with a 99-mile-an-hour fastball just 2 pitches before that.
.54 of vert drop on that curveball. Falls behind Vasquez, 2-0. Christian's 0 for 2.
I know Tyler Wade's trying to keep J.D. Martinez close as far as his secondary lead, but I would still shade more towards the hole in the right side of the infield because he hits so many baseballs that way.
Yeah, we saw it earlier. It was a productive out back in the second.
Yeah, he's starting to move his way over there. He's just trying to make him aware that he's going to try to keep him close to get back over that spot.
Reno. First base open. Franchi Cordero on deck. Walked back in the 5th and scored the Sox only run of the game on a sac fly from Dahlbeck.
And I go back to he's only thrown 80 pitches. This is stressful every pitch from the first of the game, especially when your team is struggling to score runs. So you're taxed. You could throw 150 pitches in a game when you're just cruising along with a lot of offense. He's getting taxed a little bit pitching wise.
Maybe he just wanted to work with Cordero. However, he walked him last time up. Join us this Sunday as the Angels take on the Mets at 4 p.m. The first 20,000 kids ages 3 through 13 will receive a Pop-It Spinner, courtesy of OC Healthcare Agency's Children, Youth, and Prevention Services. Visit angels.com/promotions. Matt Wise out with E-Pay. Have a chat with Shohei. The situation is 1st and 2nd, 2 outs, and a 2-1 Angels lead here in the 6th. What we've seen from Shohei tonight is what we saw quite a bit last year, right? Pitching great. I know you mentioned the 3 home runs when he was on the hill. He's done that tonight. It's been a struggle this year. Hasn't been the same type of numbers. But what we are witnessing here tonight, you don't see it. Reminds us why he was that unanimous American League MVP 2021. One 1-0 to Cordero. Oh, yeah. That slider, 1-1. I was going to ask you, when do you think fatigue, let's remember he's human. When do you think fatigue sets in? How hard do you have to work on the hill in these stressful situations?
Well, we know how much he works and how hard he works, how strong his upper body is. But the most important thing for any pitcher is the lower part of your body, keeping the legs strong. And if you see him driving towards the plate, that tells you he still has a lot left in the tank. If he starts elevating a lot of pitches, that means those legs are getting a little bit weaker, and that's what you want to avoid.
Oh, there's a ground ball. Coming in on it is Squid. Makes the play! Oh, what a job by Squid! And Shohei is through 6, and the Angels lead 2-1. Self at angels.ocnavigator.org. And by Carl's Jr. Sink your teeth into the new Primal Menu and Beyond Raptor at Carl's Jr. Feed your happy. It's so much fun. Alongside Mark Gubaza, Patrick O'Neill, Erica Weston. Angels trying to snap a franchise record. 14-game losing streak. They have a 2-1 lead here, bottom of the 6th, and here is Joe Adell leading off. against Nick Pivetta, who is in a duel with Shohei Ohtani. Pivetta has 11 strikeouts. Season-high strikeout game this year is 14. Miami's Sandy Alcantara. Dell has a double and a single in the game.
It's one of those times now for Joe Adell. Just sit and hope to get one of those hanging breaking balls right now and drive it. A little bit too high out of the strike zone, though.
Kelly Leak would have swung at it.
Mark Trumbo would have swung at it, and David Fletcher.
That's true. Here comes the 90th pitch for Pivetta. 3-1 to Adell. Counts now 3-2. Dylan Thomas in his Angels debut on deck. It's just a day off for Brandon Marsh in left. Joe Adell trying to do something nifty up the right field line. Good try.
Nick Pivetta doesn't waste any time to throw a baseball. It was almost as if Joe was just trying to get in position to get ready to swing. And there was his good buddy, Brandon Marsh.
You go, I go.
Let's see him at some point in this game.
That's good.
Not in the outfield.
Yep.
Nice at bat.
No doubt. I mean, that is a rare walk considering this guy has 11 strikeouts and he's been all over the zone.
And it's curveball. His knuckle curve has been outstanding. Mixed in some sliders and still has that good four-seam fastball going exactly where he wants. He even got a strikeout on a changeup. But when you start looking at secondary pitches, he can bring the express. That's where he's got a number of his called third strikes. It's been on his fastball.
Great job by Joe Adell right there. 3-2. The guy's got 11 strikeouts, and you work a walk, a leadoff walk. Speed on the bases now. Here's Dylan Thomas.
Boy, both pitchers hold the baseball well, and it's not easy to do because you got the adrenaline going, and it's so hard to hold the baseball, but that's still the best way to stop a running game. You don't even have to have a great move. If you can hold the baseball, base runners will not go.
2-0. Vasquez wants to go out and have a chat. Wonder if maybe Boston's bullpen, in fact, is up. Sawamura is getting hot in the Boston bullpen. While we have a minute, let's give you a quick word from Hyundai.
It's your journey. Own it in the Hyundai Santa Fe.
The 2-0 to Thomas. Just misses. 3-0. So through 5 innings, 11 strikeouts, no walks. Now here in the bottom of the 6th, full count leadoff walk to Adell.
The time I think you make him throw you a strike here. I'm thinking you're going here now for Joe Adell. Once in a while, you got to try to take a shot, take a chance.
Not going. Ball 4. And Dylan Thomas has reached twice tonight. He was hit, and now he has walked first and second.
It's like, that's going to be it.
Alex Cora coming out.
That being said, too, no matter who they bring in, with Jack Mayfield up that first time up with first and second, no outs, didn't get asked to bunt. I think he's going to be asked to bunt this time around.
Looking forward to seeing that. Getting pitch com working for Sawamura. Pitching change.
all time. In fact, it was that catch that inspired current Angel, Michael Lorenzen, to think about maybe playing center field. We talked to him about it before the game today. He said when he would come to the stadium, he would always look at those TVs. You had a chance where you could watch it. He said, I would watch it over and over again. I would always go watch it. He said during wiffle ball in the front yard, I'd always try to make diving catches with the neighbors across the street. He was playing with his 3 brothers, and he said every time I tried to lay out, I would say, I'm Jim Edmonds, I'm Jim Edmonds. So that was the reasoning behind Michael Lorenzen wanted to play center field, and he'll be on the mound on Saturday, guys.
Erica, and we got our City Connect unis going, right, on Saturday?
Sure do. That will be the debut of them.
And with the vans and the City Connect, I mean, we're talking a beach vibe. That's going to be legit.
We're going total SoCal vibes on Saturday.
That is so perfect. He wants to wear that uniform, by the way, every time.
Yeah, you got it out there when they were modeling those things that they look so fantastic. They're hard to keep in the store here, team store. Thank you, Erica. And that is perhaps the greatest catch of all time by Edmonds. Inspired Lorenzen.
I still say that's the greatest catch I've ever seen, ever witnessed.
First and second now. Pivetta out of the game. First 21 batters for Pivetta, only 1 3-ball count, but the last 3 batters, 3 3-ball counts. Hirokazu Sawamura, he pitched 1 1/3 2 games ago, scoreless.
Still doesn't look like Jack Mayfield's going to be asked to bump, but I would not be surprised at some point you see that. Sawamura fields his position very well. So he thinks if he bunts, he's going to go right towards that third base side. It's going to leave Devers go back to the bag for a force out. He's quick off the mound, but still, you need to get these guys both in scoring position. You need those add-on runs here. It's a 2-1 game.
We've seen this situation come up throughout the series. We just have not seen the Angels look to sacrifice the runners over. 1-1 count. Upstairs, 2-1. Add-on run would be critical. Foul back our way, 2-2. Two walks in this inning. Those runners on responsibility of Pivetta, who left the game after 5+, 11 strikeouts. Season high for him. Sawamura on, hoping to pick him up. Angels hoping to add on.
Sawamura with 1 wild pitch this season.
2-2.
Pretty good fastball just below the strike zone. Do you have trust? Jack Mayfield making contact and have the runners go. 3-2.
And we're about to find out. 3-2 from Sawamura coming to Mayfield. That's a ground ball right to Devers. He's going to go to third. Force out. Adele's retired. 1 away. Pitching coach is heading out. Dave Bush. Gives us a chance to remind everybody that we will be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the O2 World Series Wednesday, June 22nd. Angels taking on the Royals. You want to get here early for a pregame ceremony, and then you want to stick around for a very special post-game fireworks show. Visit angels.com/promotions for details. And of course, if you're not going to be here at the Big A, hope you're here with us on Valley Sports, because we're going to have fun covering that night. So, Tyler Wade now, first and second, one away. That's Dylan Thomas in second base. Jack Mayfield on the fielder's choice is at first. Strike one. Looking to bunt for a hit. That's a nice bunt. Is it gonna go foul? It does. Oh my.
I can't believe that roll foul. That is just a wise decision to let that one roll. Usually the baseball will stay fair here at the Big A.
Did it just kiss the corner of the grass there?
And it tried to roll back, and it was going to roll back. And he made a wise decision to all back to get to that baseball. We've seen that so often. You let it roll, it's going to roll back. It rolls foul, but it's working its way back towards the base.
It's just one dirt clump away from staying fair. Sawamura, wise decision. He could easily.
Yeah, he was trying to make the play initially, but then he realized he has no play. You're better off just letting it roll foul if he could.
Especially how fast Wade runs. So close. Now it's 0-2. Outside, 1-2.
He's got a nasty splitter. He really nasty splitter. So far this season on his splitter, 9 strikeouts, 39.1% whiff percentage versus his splitter.
Second year with the Red Sox. He's 34. Entire career playing in professional baseball in Japan.
The 2 pitchers in the game. Shohei still in there, looking for some extra support. Pivetta out of the game, looking for some help to keep it a 1-run deficit. Both these runners would be his. Even though there's a force out of third, both are his on the bases.
See how fiery Pivetta is. Yelling support for Sawamura. 2-2. Sawamura gets him. Huge strikeout. And that splitter, as you talked about, nasty, and we have 2 down.
He throws that splits between the seams. When you bring your fingers together, that would be a 2-seam fastball. He splits it on the seams and straight down. Boy, for a batter that's really been struggling for quite a while now, Andrew Velasquez, you'd love to see him get a hit here now. And usually, if he's going to get a hit, it's on the first pitch.
So for his last 22, 2 strikeouts here tonight. We've seen how his defense picked up Shohei in the top half of this inning. Save a run. Can he do it with the bat here tonight? Doesn't get a chance on the first pitch, well outside.
20 minutes between the last pitch he throws and the first full throw. At least that for Shohei Ohtani going back out for the 7th. Won't be surprised if Phil Nevin has the bullpen going along with him in the 7th inning.
You start to tighten up that much time. Is that what happens?
Yeah. Especially full max.
Ryan Tepera is standing up in the bullpen. Splitter again from Sawamura, 1-1.
All right, so that was a 1-0 swing. Now you just shorten up. When you think of Andrew Velasquez, you think line drive, hard ground ball. Stay that approach. Still strong enough he can lift the baseball, but think line drive, ground ball.
Dylan Thomas in scoring position. Mayfield at first, 2 outs. 1-2. Lagares on deck, should he get an opportunity. Sawamura with 2 on. The 1-2. And that was driven to right field. That ball is hit well. Andrew Velasquez, snap out of it. How about you? 3-run shot. Squid, 5-1 Angels.
You talk about covering a pitch. I'm surprised he threw this pitch. And Velasquez, wow, what a way to break out. A rocket home run. Squid with the insurance.
He's about to saddle up. Oh man. That's a dugout that has been waiting for a moment like that. 2 weeks.
Love that hug. Love that hug. By the way, that is the best play in baseball, by the way, Patrick. The 3-run home run. This is the late, great Hall of Famer Earl Weaver.
Lagares pops that up. Vasquez coming over. Dahlbeck has it. Andrew Velasquez mired in an 0 for 22. Facing an opportunity, and he absolutely delivers. How about a little look over to Shohei Ohtani? You just gave him some run support, and maybe, just maybe, this Angels team can snap out of the slump.
Sometimes, Patio, pitchers outthink themselves. When you have a hitter up there chasing pitches like that, you got to stick with that. And he didn't, and Squid made him pay for it. Brandon Marsh in the game now.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas moves from left to right, and Marsh comes in. And now Shohei Ohtani has a 5-1 lead. Jackie Bradley Jr. leading off. Boston's won 7 games in a row. Haven't lost in the month of June.
By the way, Shohei, remember that last at bat for Jackie Bradley Jr. First pitch fastball, he lined it in left field. He's starting off with a slow curveball and a slider. Remember, he had a long time in between pitches thrown. Let's get that quick, clean 7th inning and get that bullpen in the game.
Upstairs, 3-0. In there, 3-1, back in the count.
So he'll get over 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Just try that one again. See if you get him out in front slightly and get a ground ball and an infielder. Swing and a miss, 3-2. 96.
Still got the life. Here's the 3-2. And he got him.
Yeah, look at that emotion. Shohei, 98 on your radio dial.
Let's just call it 98.1. smooth velo jazz there.
Yes.
5 strikeouts for Ohtani.
I'm loving the emotion that Shohei shows over the last year plus. How important he is to this team and the franchise. The fans here at this ballpark and watching on TV tonight.
1 down now for Bobby Dahlbeck.
Well, I guess he is still feeling pretty good. 99-mile-an-hour fastball. He goes, all right, I'm loose now. I had that 21-minute break. I'm good.
Trying to get 7 innings in like he did in Boston back on May 5th. His last victory.
Oh,
0-2.
Cutter, 91. Wow, I don't know how he was able to take that. Well, it was 93. Shohei going to rear back and try to bring that 99 to 100-mile-an-hour four-seamer? Or does he try that devastating split?
How about a nice tight slider 1-2?
He overthrew his splitter there. You know what, Dahlbeck's looked pretty comfortable this entire series. For a guy coming in here, not a high batting average, good season last year for the Red Sox. And a guy with a lot of strikeouts coming in this game has been effectively a single and a sac fly to center and not going after any of those breaking balls.
Here's the 2-2 to Dahlbeck. That one's hit left field. The man that just came into the game, Brandon Marsh. And we have 2 away. Our Arco top-tier play. Shohei Ohtani on the mound, at the plate. And he has that dealing
101 miles per hour fastball and then goes yard. Exit velocity of 104.4 miles per hour. A 2-run home run, giving himself the support he needed to get a lead.
So
that's just not right. That's just not human.
He's speeding. He's well over 100 with the pitch. And the velo on the homer. He gave the Angels a 2-1 lead. Velasquez a 3-run home run to make it 5-1.
You always hear those comparisons in Shohei Ohtani and Babe Ruth, which has got to be incredibly flattering for Shohei Ohtani. But I'm guessing that Babe Ruth's not throwing 101 miles per hour like Shohei.
They would have had to have like a horse to somehow time whatever Ruth was throwing. Oh, that's up. Arauz now stands in the way of Ohtani going 7 complete innings here.
And there's a lot of people talking on some national programs about the Angels and Shohei Ohtani and, wanting to see him go deep into games. Well, he's here in the 7th inning, dealing, and also a 2-run home run, the 4th time he's homered in a game he's started on the mound.
And I can see the headlines already. No lead is safe. We've seen that.
Yeah, but it's the 5th home run to straightaway center field in his career for Shohei Ohtani. Phenomenal.
Nearly half.
That's the 3rd most since 2018 as far as batters. And by the way, he's into the 7th inning here on the mound again tonight, just to qualify that one. The 45 home runs of straightaway, 3rd most since 2018.
3rd time through the order here for Ohtani. And he's inducing a lot more swing and misses than he did the 1st time through or the 2nd time through. 1st time through, 5 swing and misses. 2nd time, 3. 3rd time through, 9 swing and misses induced by Shohei Ohtani.
So coming off that game against him last time with 29, so he has 17 of them in this game. Looking for number 18 right here to finish off his performance.
Well, 100 has been the story for Ohtani with pitch velo, exit velo. Here comes pitch number 100. The 1-2. And he got him!
Splitter!
Oh, what a game for Ohtani. Tremendous emotion. 6th strikeout. Ends the 7th for him. 5-1 Halos. Stuff here tonight for the starting pitcher Shohei Ohtani, trying to lead his team to a victory, something they have not seen in a couple of weeks. 100 pitches, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 6 Ks. Also hit a 2-run home run. New pitcher is Austin Davis, and Shohei will lead off the bottom half of the 7th inning. 5-1 Angels. Ohtani didn't beat the shift. How about it? First pitch.
That was a rocket in the right field. Again, he is not of this planet. Unbelievable. After 100 plus pitches on the mound, you hit a rocket like that.
You finish the top half of the 7th inning with your 6th strikeout. And then you lead off in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch you see, you beat the shift for a single. It's insane.
I mean, when you look at Shohei Ohtani, what he has done when he's had 6 or more strikeouts in a game on the mound, he's been dominant. Now 2 hits in this game, including a 2-run home run and a single. And a little bit of a smile for Shohei. A little bit of a smile for him.
Off the lefty, Davis. What a great piece of hitting. And Stassi. 6, the magic number for Shohei Ohtani. When he only has 5 or less strikeouts, his record is 4-7. 6 plus, he is 12-2, and he has 6 strikeouts tonight.
Look at the difference between his ERA and WHIP when he has that strikeout working. And he's more consistent in the strike zone.
Upstairs to Stassi. 2-0.
Interesting thing, looking down at the bullpen for the Angels, there's no one up.
So Benji Gill having a chat with Shohei Ohtani. I noticed Benji looked a little different today when I saw him. He shaved his goatee for the first time all year. He had it since spring training. I said, what gives? He says, we're going to win tonight, whatever it takes.
Baseball players are probably the most superstitious of all the sports players and teams. They play every day, so there's always that.
So many Angels fans that can relate, that have been hanging with this team through this losing streak. Upstairs, a walk to Stassi. First and second now, nobody out. It's going to bring up Jared Walsh. So when you say that nobody's up in the Angels bullpen, you suggesting perhaps that Shohei Ohtani is going to go back out there and pitch the eighth?
Do we ever doubt anything he does? It's impossible to do that. He's creative, and he always has us scratching our head and trying to be creative ourselves, wondering, does he get a day off ever? Is he done after 7 innings? You just don't know with Shohei.
Just misses. 1-0 for Walsh. That catches the corner, 1-1 for the Red Sox in the 8th. Top of the order, Arroyo, Devers, Martinez. Arroyo is 0 for 3 versus Shohei so far. Coaching staff looking on. Austin Davis struggling to find the strike zone. Good count here for Walsh. Ohtani with a single, Stassi with a walk. Two and two.
We're close to his zone. Just missed it for Walsh.
Hit well, driven, left center field, going back to the wall, making the catch is Verdugo, tagging up, nice base running is Shohei Ohtani.
No idea how he caught that. He banged in that wall pretty hard. That is an incredible catch. An incredible catch. He's not even in the picture. That ball smoked.
Wow, look at the hammer.
And he got hurt pretty good on that one. Maybe his knee banged into the wall.
No, he definitely hit the wall hard. And all kinds of equipment on the backside of the wall hitting the ground. That's a great catch.
Can't hit a baseball any better than that the other way if you're Walsh. Wow, what a play that was.
First at bat of the night for Brandon Marsh.
It's a big run out there. Shohei going back, this is what you want to do. Once you see the catch made, you know you have the speed. Slide in there and get to third base.
His base running has improved so much. That was heads up.
And they're playing the infield back on this one too. So a ground ball, especially with the speed of Brandon Marsh, that's a run.
Just got a piece, stays alive. Wow, Verdugo.
A lot of times you'll see a manager, especially with 2 strikes, then bring the infield in. But they're giving up the run here. Potentially on a ground ball in the infield, thinking they might be able to turn a double play, but Brandon Marsh runs so well.
All right, so Ryan Tepera is heating up for the Angels.
A lot of base running too in this thing too, and you're on the mound, Shohei.
Yeah, he's been standing out there for quite some time.
Let's make contact here for Marsh.
Unable to, and he gets rung up for the second out.
Looked like it might have been off the plate inside though. Although with 2 strikes, we're in protect mode. and he's setting up away. He went back, didn't get that break ball where he wanted, but got the call. A backup slider that was a ball.
The Angels were able to add on with that 3-run home run by Velasquez. The bottom of the 6th. Here's Dylan Thomas now with 2 down. Runners at the corners. First game in an Angels uniform. That's a little tapper. Dahlbeck. Dylan Thomas runs outside the baseline. He is out. And no runs for the Halos. End of the 7th.
The Big Ed, Ken French, Tim Salmon. We'll also be joined by Garrett Anderson, 2 Halo Hall of Famers for Angels Live postgame presented by the OC Healthcare Agency. Tim, a lot to talk about tonight. You got to feel good. You got to feel good with what you've seen so far.
Oh my gosh, this is what we talked about in the pregame show. The ace of the staff going out there and pitching like an ace. And what does Ohtani do when he's pitching well? He feels great at the plate, coming up with a big home run. I think I called that.
You did call it, yes. Your Valley Blast for sure. Vasquez, the Squid, getting it done in the 9-hole. So far, so good. But right now, it's all about the bullpen. They got to go shut this thing down. Let's see what Ryan Tepera does, boys. We'll send it back in to Patrick O'Neill and Mark Kubica.
Kingfish had Velasquez in the Valley Blast. How about it? Velasquez, that's his first career 3 RBI game. Cool signs. Ryan Tepera tied for the MLB lead on 13 holds. 25th game. And it's up to the bullpen here with a 4-run lead. They were unable to add on any more there in the bottom half of the 7th after the leadoff single from Shohei Ohtani.
But what a job on the mound tonight by Shohei Ohtani. What an effort.
Christian Arroyo, leadoff hitter, leading off the top of the 8th inning. Line drive, center field. That's going to get down for a leadoff hit. So Tepera's got some traffic. We're going to go back and look at the night. Shohei Ohtani, 7 innings, just 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts.
He had a nasty split working. He had his slider going. He threw some cutters. His 4-seam fastball, though, at 101 miles per hour. He had all his pitches. His balance over the pitching rubber was outstanding. I love how he was driving towards the plate and his emotions throughout the game tonight, both at the plate and especially on the mound.
Angels need 6 outs. They face Rafael Devers here. Oh, he gets the call. That was well off the plate. Take it. 0-1. Devers is 0 for 3. Pops it up left side. Playable. Marsh has it.
Boy, he covers ground out there in left field. Big out, especially with Devers at the plate. Now you have a guy, J.D. Martinez, a very good hitter, but a guy you can get a ground ball double play for a pitcher that lives on the lower third.
Martinez doubled his last time up. 1 for 3. Marsh was brought in the game for defense. Thomas moves to right. Replaced Joe Adell. It's all about today. Have to find a way. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. The throw down. Not in time. Wade's able to catch it. And Arroyo steals the bag.
His 3rd stolen base. Trying to avoid that potential double play ball. Stats his throw, dropped his elbow, elevates the throw.
Pretty good jump. Traditional double play, not an option right now. 0-2. That slider, that's unhittable. That is a perfect spot. The 0-2 to Martinez. Misses 1 and 2.
And you know he hits the ball very well to the right side, whether it's on the ground or in the air. Tepera is going to try to pitch him away, so you've got to have that infield ready to make a play on that right side. See Max Stassi trying to wait to the last second to step and move to the spot where he wants to pitch from. And Arroyo at second base, because even though you might not be able to know the sign, you can lean back one way or lean the other way to determine where the catcher's set up, to give you an opportunity to know at least part of the plate the pitcher's trying to throw to you. So wait till the last second to set up.
The 2-2 from Tepera. Close to going. I think he held up. Full count.
Looked like he held up, and he did.
Full count to Martinez.
That's nasty.
Oh, yeah, he got him. Big time strikeout. Martinez right in the grill of Ramos.
Yeah, I think he was right. It might have just been barely off the plate. Just barely, though. I mean, you have to have an incredible eye to think that's out of the strike zone. That was just the perfect spot.
Well,
I'm surprised he didn't swing.
Yeah, he does have an incredible eye, but there was a pitch earlier in this inning that was called a strike to Devers. I'm sure that Cora is thinking about. And we have 2 outs. Let's face it, Angels have not received many breaks lately. Verdugo's 1 for 3. And hits that well. Center field. Base hit. Arroyo's going to score 5-2.
It's his second hit now, swinging on the first pitch. That stolen base by Arroyo provides the run. It's rated hard to play. Just went right back up the middle with it. That's a pretty short swing.
Top half of this inning, Verdugo just highway robbery on a catch at the wall. Jared Walsh would have scored a couple. And I think they're having a conversation about that right now. Brings up Christian Vasquez. 2 down. Top of the 8th. 5-2 Angels. Chance of Let's Go Angels raining down here at the Big A. It's downstairs, an announced crowd of 28,595 trying to will this team to a victory. They seem a little nervous. Don't blame them. The 1-0 is fouled back over our heads. 1-1. Brings us back to what we talked about Tepera at Gooby beginning of the year when Luke said you want somebody in that bullpen that's perhaps the most competitive man in history. It's Ryan Tepera. He's been very good. It's a ground ball. He's the man right now. Tepera. 1 run came in, but 3 big outs. Angels are 3 outs away. California Lottery and by Metro District Water. Get a rebate to remove your lawn and put in California-friendly plants. For water-saving tips, go to bewaterwise.com. How big is that 3-run blast from Squid right now? Andrew Velasquez, enormous. Brings this up, Gooby.
Going back to Hyundai Key for the game tonight. Rock and roll cowboy to cowboy hat twice. Shohei and then Squid. 2 home runs, a 2-run home run, and a 3-run shot by Andrew Velasquez. Rock and roll cowboy.
Velasquez, who 0 for 22 slump, he'd been ice cold. It's just enormous to step up. How about, you remember Caballo Blanco?
Yes.
Ansel Robles, just reinstated off the IL today. He's actually been a really solid arm for the Red Sox in the back end.
Yeah, he's one of our favorites over the years when he was wearing the Angels uniform.
He was great with Shohei Ohtani also. They had a fun relationship. But now, he's in there to face his former team. Starts off Mayfield with a strike.
Still has a really good fastball. Can be anywhere between 93 and 98. A plus changeup and a slider.
Oh and 2. Excuse me, 1-1.
Mixing a cutter in now too.
Good heat on that 97. So you know what this means. 5-2, Angels lead. Marcel Iglesias is going to be coming in. Hopefully shut the door here. Slam it shut emphatically. A losing streak like this, and I've seen teams that can't seem to lose and teams that can't seem to win in all different types of sports. But one thing's for sure, these professional athletes never stop caring, never stop giving their all. It's a losing streak can be wearing on everybody, not just, it's about the fans, obviously. Fans, but I mean, we're talking families, everybody impacted. And it takes a lot out of you. It's a physical and it's a mental grind. It really has been tough. But I know Phil Nevin said it, man. He's so proud of the way these guys have handled it as Mayfield hits that to right field. Mayfield to right field. Cordero's there. 1 out. So for the best coverage in the game, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Shohei Ohtani with the Angels down 1-0. And this man wearing the Ohtani jersey on a beautiful night.
Look at that sky. A work of art in the sky and at the plate and on the swing. Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani jersey ready to rock and roll.
Got the face paint. He's got the baseball. And point being, the fans have been supportive during this stretch, hanging in there, and that's so appreciated. Tyler Wade now with 1 down here, bottom of the 8th.
There's a sinker and his changeup. It's a good combination for Robles. Shohei still working. Seeing if he somehow gets a chance to get in at bat.
Yeah. Tyler Wade strikes out, 2 down here, bottom of the 8th. Get out and play this play ball weekend. June 10th, through the 12th. Free events are being held in communities across the country. Register your kids today. Visit MLB.com/playballweekend for more information. And school's basically out now for the summer.
Isn't that a song?
I think it is. Your guy, Alice?
Good golfer, by the way. Scooper.
Really?
Yeah, very, very good golfer.
Be a pretty cool foursome. Me, you, Alice, and Shohei.
What do you think that Shohei would hit a drive about 500 feet? It would just have to be him.
His golf hat would go flying off of his head. He'd probably be one of the nicest guys on the golf course.
You know he would be replacing his divots every time from the fairway.
With every single beat of my heart.
Make no mistake, he'd probably take all our money.
Still laser focused. It's amazing watching. That's why he's able to do what he's doing, because it's so taxing on your body and even the mental part of the game to be able to pitch and hit.
One, two, ouch.
Ooh, that's right off the shin. Not even off the foot, but the shin. Trying to walk that one off, get a feeling back in your leg. He's saying, could you please throw something away this time?
Can only imagine how painful that must be. He stays in there, fouls that one off. And sometimes on the road, the hotel bed, the corner just jumps out and catches me on the shin. I'm down, like Frazier.
Down goes Patrick.
Five-two Halos, bottom of the 8, 2 down, 1-2 to Squid. And just gets a piece.
Battling.
His third home run of the season, 3-run shot. Bottom of the 6th inning. He's had some tough ABs late in games. That had to feel good. Strikes out there. Closing time right now for the Angels. You're bringing in the stopper, Raisel Iglesias. He's got 3 runs to work with and looking to snap 14-game losing streak. Outs to snap out of a 14-game losing streak, the most in franchise history, and you turn it over to the right guy, Raisel Iglesias. He has 4 losses on the year. This is his 23rd game. He had 34 saves a year ago, and he has 11 saves this season.
And 2 career saves against the Red Sox. Raisel Iglesias.
Can't help but feel that little heart, flutter, considering what's been going on. Franchi Cordero, Jackie Bradley Jr., Bobby Dahlbeck due up here for the Red Sox. They have won 7 games in a row. 6 on this 10-game road trip. Starts him off with that four-seamer. Barely inside. 1-0. Same spot, same result.
Just a little off the plate. Now you're going to try to play catch with Max Stassi behind the plate. Just make sure you get this one in the strike zone. Don't give him any life with a free pass.
Same spot again. 3-0. Cordero walked back in the fifth and scored a run. The 3-0. Back in the count, 3-1.
Same spot. Throw it again. Trust your defense. Get the 2 strikes, then everything changes up there is where you want to throw. But right now, think contact on the ground.
3-2. Same spot. You were exactly right. That one, 98.
Now he's got an option of trying to even his split finger changeup. It's a really good swing and miss pitch.
The 3-2. He got him. One down.
The all-important first out in the 9th. Iggy gets it.
From 3-0 to the strikeout.
Some running action. That's that horizontal running action on a four-seamer. Shohei looking on, trying to even up his record at 4-4.
Jackie Bradley Jr. Swing and a miss. One ball, one strike to Jackie. Velasquez playing short right. The shift on for Bradley Jr. 2-1.
Just trying to get on base. Pop that up now, 2 strikes.
Marcel Iglesias, couple of shake-offs. Ready to deliver the 2-2. Time call. That one's driven towards right field, coming in on it. Dylan Thomas, 2 down.
Had a real good break on that one. Good read off the bat by Dylan.
One out away. Bobby Dahlbeck, the 2 down here in the 9th. Angels' last victory, May 24th. In there, strike 1. Everyone on their feet here at the Big A. The 0-1.
Runs it upstairs in the zone.
0-2. Showing the Angels 1 strike away. Phil Nevin, 1 strike away from his first win as the Angels manager. 1-2.
96. A little drop down.
He's ready. The 2-2. He got him. It's over. It is over. Angels win. Light that halo back up. 5-2 is the final.
An emotional moment there for Phil Nevin. Sal Iglesias picking up the save. Shohei Ohtani did it all. Willed the team to the victory today. Home run, 2-run home run, 7 outstanding innings on the mound. Congrats to Phil Nevin, but Shohei Ohtani, love it. Yes, Shohei, the way. And Iggy with the smile.
Can't underestimate what it feels like, how big it is to turn the corner, to get this win, put it all behind you. And our Toyota player of the game, without question, number 17, Shohei Ohtani. He went 7, 1 earned run, got the victory, hit a 2-run home run in the 5th that gave the Halos the lead. Gooby, it's done.
Yeah, he had that look all that time down in the bullpen.
Oh, big phew. The other hero standing by right now with our Erica Weston. That's Squid, Andrew Velasquez.
All right, thanks very much, Patrick. Squid, you guys are back in the win column officially. That 3-run home run proved to be a pretty big one for you. How about breaking out of a slump in that way?
It's important, I think, for me and the team. I think we're all due. I think we're going to keep it rolling, and we're just glad that's over.
It's over. It's officially over. That home run, though, came with 2 strikes. What were you looking for there?
I was trying not to think at all and just put the bat to the ball and just, like Duffy told me, just see it and hit it. Yeah.
How were you able to not put too much pressure on yourself in that position to deliver, get those big runs to be able to get you guys back in the win column?
I think just trying to stay away from the pressure. I think we've had pressure on us for the past 2 weeks, so just kind of going out there and letting it be what it is.
Squid, we have to talk about your guy on the mound, Shohei Ohtani. He was brilliant once again. 7 innings, hits the 2-run home run. How do you describe that guy? And he was the perfect guy to get you back in the win column tonight.
Yeah, incredible. He's throwing 100 miles an hour and hitting balls 400 feet. I think it's like a video game.
Yes, thanks for the time, Squid. Congrats on the win.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Patrick.
Erica, thanks so much. And Mark, you know, I'd like to thank Mark Gupasa, Erica Weston, our entire Angels broadcast crew here on Valley Sports. It's been a long run. It's been emotional, it's been difficult, it's been challenging. But the losing streak is over, and let's start a new streak. You don't want to stick around for our Angels Live postgame show. It's Ken French, Tin Salmon, Erica Weston can get all the reaction. Let's hear from Phil Nevin as well. Angels have done it. They got the W.